Once upon a moonlit night in the quaint town of Willowbrook, where the trees whispered secrets and the stars painted constellations of hope, there lived a man named Bob. Bob was a quiet, unassuming soul, who found solace in the stillness of the night. He had a heart that longed for adventure, though he seldom ventured beyond the comforting embrace of his humble cottage. Then, there was Crystalina, a radiant and enigmatic beauty who lived on the edge of the dark forest that bordered the town. With raven-black hair cascading down her back, and eyes as deep as the night, she was the kind of woman who captured the hearts of all who gazed upon her. Crystalina was known for her affinity for all things mysterious, and her home was a sanctuary for the supernatural. One serendipitous evening, as Bob gazed out of his window at the twinkling stars, he heard an otherworldly melody carried by the breeze. The ethereal tune was both haunting and enchanting, and it drew him out into the night, guided by an invisible hand. As he followed the enchanting music deeper into the forest, he discovered its source, a delicate lost puppy with fur as dark as the night. The puppy had soulful midnight eyes and was barely old enough to stand on its own. It was abandoned, shivering and alone, left to the mercy of the forest. Bob, a lover of all creatures, couldn't bear to see the puppy suffer. He scooped up the tiny, trembling bundle of fur and wrapped it in his coat. As he cradled the pup, he couldn't help but feel that this was more than just a chance encounter. It was destiny. Bob decided to take the puppy back home, and he knew exactly who could help him care for this enigmatic creature, Crystalina. With the puppy nestled in his arms, he ventured further into the forest, guided by the music that seemed to grow louder and more bewitching with each step. He reached Crystalina's home, a small cottage adorned with ivy and surrounded by gnarled trees. The melody that had led him there had now become an enchanting symphony. He hesitated briefly, knowing that Crystalina was known for her seclusion, but he knew he had no other choice. With the puppy in tow, he knocked on the cottage's weathered door. The door creaked open, revealing Crystalina, her eyes curious yet guarded. Her beauty was ethereal, her presence mesmerizing. Bob stammered out his tale of finding the abandoned puppy in the woods and the enchanting melody that had guided him to her door. Crystalina listened, her gaze softening as she saw the tiny midnight-furred pup in his arms. "Come in," she said, her voice like a velvet whisper. "Let's tend to this little one." Bob entered her cottage, feeling as though he had stepped into another world. The interior was filled with peculiar trinkets and arcane curiosities. The soft glow of candles illuminated the room, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Together, they cared for the puppy, whom they decided to name Tanley, inspired by the night. As the days turned into weeks, Bob and Crystalina found themselves drawn to each other. They spent their evenings sharing stories, Crystalina's tales of the supernatural, and Bob's own experiences with the mysterious puppy that had brought them together. With each passing day, their connection deepened and the bond between them grew stronger. Love, like a seed planted in fertile soil, began to bloom. And yet, as their love story blossomed, so did the mysteries that surrounded Crystalina and her enchanting cottage in the woods. As the seasons changed, Bob and Crystalina's love story deepened. They explored the forest together, shared dreams under the starry night sky, and cared for little Tanley, who grew into a loyal and affectionate companion. Bob had found the adventure he longed for, not in far-off lands, but right in his own heart. Crystalina's enchanting tales continued to captivate Bob. She spoke of ancient spells and secret realms hidden within the forest. She recounted stories of spirits that dwelled in the trees, and whispered of a love that transcended time and space. One evening, as they sat by the hearth, Bob couldn't contain his curiosity any longer. "Crystalina," he began tentatively, "there's something about you, something otherworldly. Are you a witch?" Crystalina smiled, her eyes alight with a mixture of mystery and tenderness. "I am," she confessed, "but not in the way you might imagine. I am a guardian of the forest, a protector of the mystical creatures that call it home." Bob was taken aback, but he felt no fear. Instead, he was drawn even closer to her, captivated by her dual nature as a guardian of the supernatural and a woman of profound depth. Their love was both extraordinary and profound, a love that embraced the mysterious and celebrated the unknown. As the years passed, they built a life together that was filled with magic and wonder, their love enduring like a story woven into the fabric of the forest itself. But life has a way of testing even the strongest of bonds. One fateful evening, as a storm raged outside their cottage, a frantic and desperate knocking echoed at their door. It was a villager, soaked and trembling, who brought grim news. A series of strange disappearances had been plaguing Willowbrook. People whispered that a malevolent force was at work, and it had been spotted in the vicinity of Crystallina's cottage. The townsfolk, consumed by fear, were determined to eradicate the source of these horrors. Crystallina and Bob, their hearts heavy with dread, knew that they had to take action. They set out to uncover the truth behind these mysterious happenings, determined to protect the forest and its mystical inhabitants. Their journey led them to the heart of the forest, where ancient trees whispered secrets, and the night seemed to hold its breath. They discovered a hidden grove, a place of both beauty and darkness. Here they encountered a malevolent spirit, a force that had been manipulating the townsfolk and sowing discord. With courage and love as their guides, Bob and Crystallina confronted the malevolent spirit. In a battle that raged like a tempest, they harnessed the power of their love, a force stronger than any dark magic. The malevolent spirit was vanquished, its grip on the town broken. As the first light of dawn bathed the forest in its golden glow, Bob and Crystallina emerged from the grove, their love victorious over the forces of darkness. They returned to Willowbrook as heroes, the town forever changed by their bravery. With the mysteries of the forest now revealed and the shadows dispelled, Bob and Crystallina's love story continued to flourish, bound by the extraordinary experiences they had shared. Their love was a testament to the power of acceptance, understanding, and the profound connection that can exist between two souls, even in the face of the unknown. And so, in the heart of Willowbrook, where the trees whispered secrets and the stars painted constellations of hope, Bob and Crystallina's love story became a cherished legend, a testament to the magic that can be found when two souls embrace the mysteries of life. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more stories. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me create more great content for you. Until next time.